To lay the set one winner or not to lay the set one winner? That's the question. So the strategy itself is simple. Wait until the first set ends, lay the set one winner, wait until your player gets the first break or takes a set. Couldn't be easier.
And there you have it. Talked about that point that somehow Świątek won, and you just wondered whether it would be significant at the time.
So why do I get so many emails about this strategy? The trouble is, it's not quite as simple as people would have you believe. So let's break it down. Let's dissect it so we can make better decisions more often. Towards the end of the video, I will show some specific examples to see if what I've talked about would have made a difference in the decision to lay the set one winner.
Finish.
Good stuff and a good start.
So when do we make the decision to lay the set one winner? After the end of the set? Maybe. You've got maybe 2.5 minutes between the last point of set one and the first point of set two. As I'm going to show you, there are a lot of factors to think about, so you might want to start the decision process a little bit earlier. But how much earlier and what are the factors? So the first thing I need to put out there is that there is no guaranteed way to know who will get the first break in set two, never mind who's going to win the set. That's why we need to have discipline on stake size. We don't want to go all in, anything silly like that, because you just don't know. This is tennis. So the way I go about making my decision is I split it into 4 different stages. So I'm actually starting to make my decision before the match even starts, while I'm doing the pre-match assessment, the research. When I do my research on a match, the first thing I'm trying to figure out is who I think is going to win. And having done that, I then look at how competitive the other player will be. There are videos on the channel showing how I do this. I'll leave links in the description. So if I think it looks like being a competitive match, my provisional decision is that there is a decent chance of the match going to 3 sets. In stage 2, I'm looking at the performance of the players in the early part of the set. If you've seen any of my trading videos, you'll know that I monitor the players' performances constantly throughout the match. This is one of the reasons. Any player can have a bad first service game, so I try not to read too much into the first couple of games. If they do make a slow start, we need to think about how they react to that slow start. So I'm looking at how is the first serve percentage, how many points are they winning on second serve, are they holding easily, how many break points have they faced. General overall performance check of how they're doing in the opening games. And then in stage 3, I'm looking at how they end the set. So how did they end it compared to how they started the set? How's their first serve percentage compared to how it was in the early games? Have they improved on their second serve points 1%, or has it got worse? If they went a break behind, did they break back? If they didn't break back, did they at least create break chances? And an example, if they were, say, a double break behind, did they get one of the breaks or both breaks back? If they got both breaks back, it's not uncommon for them to get broken themselves again. There is a pattern in tennis that if a player recovers from 2 breaks down, they are so relieved to be back in it and then expect themselves to win the set because they've got the momentum. They relax a little bit and get broken again. But I would still count it as a positive that they were able to recover the 2 breaks. So really looking to see how the performance progressed during the set. And I think the way they ended it is more important than how they started it. And then the 4th stage is red flags. So I'll look at the stats from the first set and just see if anything stands out as a reason not to lay the set winner. So it might be, did they have a particularly bad first serve percentage? Did they really struggle on second serve points won? Did they create break chances in the first set? Things like that that can help make the decision to just leave the trade alone and move on. So let's have a look at some specific examples. This is a quite recent one in Beijing. Sabalenka against Rybakina. I was favouring Sabalenka to win. I actually favoured her to win in straight sets because in the previous round Rybakina came through in 3 sets, but she looked ill. She'd had some recent illness as well. I just didn't think she'd have enough left to be competitive against Sabalenka. See how well that prediction went. So if we look at the stats for the first set. So remember, Rybakina took the first. So we're looking for red flags as to why we shouldn't be laying in the second set. So if we go down, first thing there, 5 double faults is not huge, but she has been serving well, or had been serving well in the tournament, Sabalenka. Usually if her form is in a dip, which it hadn't been all week, but in this first set it had been, 5 double faults. The first thing that suffers for her is double faults. The double fault count goes up. So that's a red flag. First serve percentage, low. A big part of her game is her serve, 52%. First serve percentage is not good. And if we also look at second serve points won, 41% isn't terrible, but when the first serve percentage is round about 50% or lower, that's a bad combination. Okay, she has faced 7 break points in the set, only broken twice, but she's clearly come under pressure. In comparison, Rybakina has faced just 1 break point, which was taken. First serve percentage is okay at 59. She's got a slightly better second serve points 1 percentage, and she's doing well on first serve, 5 aces as well. So they're red flags, not necessarily to say don't lay. And if there wasn't very much between the stats from that first set, I would then go with my pre-match assessment. And in this case, that would be to lay Rybakina. But because she'd only created 1 break point, she got a low first serve percentage and the 5 double faults, which is a real indicator for Sabalenka that things are not well. I took the decision not to lay. I did have a lay at a set and a break, which also didn't prove to be a good idea, but at least that was a good value entry. So the decision there was not to lay at the start of the second set. And as we can see, let's look at the points, the way the points went. In set 2, pretty tight for the first 4 games. Then Sabalenka broke into love. And it was all over really by then. Broken again before the end. 6-2 second set for Rybakina. Okay, another quarter-final in Beijing. Garcia against Swiatek. Favoured Swiatek to win, but did actually think it would go to 3 sets. So as you can see from the result, well done me. But let's look at the first set stats. Garcia on the left, let's keep her face in there. 6 aces, pretty good, just the 1 double fault. First serve percentage is good at 71. First serve points won, excellent 80%, and superb on second serve, 75%. Didn't face a break point. Swiatek, 1 ace, no double faults, 80% first serve percentage, 89%. Points won on first serve and 86% on second serve. So her stats are actually better. Also hadn't faced a break point. You could argue, it's easy to argue that her stats were better. Even if you think they've both got excellent stats, that would mean I would go with my pre-match assessment, which was that Swiatek would win. So in this case, I would have been laying, and in fact did lay, Garcia when she took the first. Up there very tight, and she took it in a tie break. So in set 2, Swiatek took an early break. She got another break. Garcia did get one of them back, and in fact did get both of them back. I was greened up long before then. In fact, I greened up after the second break. Went to another tie break. you wouldn't have really wanted to still be in the... in fact, at 5-all, if you were still in at 5-all, I'd have been saying get out. Can get pretty volatile after that. She came through quite a close second set, so that lay worked out okay. Next. Okay, this one is ATP. Shanghai second round, that will be. Hanfman against Eubanks. My prediction on that one was for Eubanks to win in 3, so well done me. As you can see, Hanfman took the first set, so we need to have a look at the first set stats to see if there's any red flags about laying Hanfman or backing Eubanks, whichever you want to say. Okay, first set. Couple of aces for Hanfman, one for Eubanks, double fault each. First serve percentage, excellent for both, 81% and 80%. First serve points, 1, better for Hanfman in that one. 54%, a little bit lower than you would expect. For Eubanks, second serve points, 1, much better for Hanfman. Although really, it's low, 2 from 6 for Eubanks, but because their first serve percentages are so high, you can pretty much discount the second serves. Break points, Hanfman has faced 5, broken just once. Eubanks faced just 2, but was broken both times. So no real, the only one, as I say, that's low is second serve points, 1, but because his first serve percentage is so high, I'm not bothered about that. I would go with the pre-match assessment, which would have been to lay the set 1 winner. I expected Eubanks to win it anyway, so that lay after the first set would have been successful. See how it came about. So just the 1 break in the second set gave Eubanks 4-2 lead. Did face a break point when he was serving for the set. But he did take it, so the lay would have been successful. So I'll look at one more. So this one is ATP, second round in Shanghai. Etcheverry against Zhang. Prediction was for Etcheverry to win it in 3 sets. So I didn't get the winner correct, got the 3 sets bit correct. So what I'm looking for in the first set stats are no red flags against laying Etcheverry. Okay, so both got 3 aces, no double faults in that first set. Zhang, very good. First serve percentage, 85%, 64, bit average for Etcheverry. First serve points, 1, decent for both, anywhere around about 70%, pretty good. Second serves better for Etcheverry. 2 from 4, 50% for Zhang, but his first serve percentage, really good at 85. Not too worried about the second serve points, 1. Flash goals have got the stats wrong there. Just have a look. Score in that first set, there was only 1 break, so yeah, they show that both players were broken, so they've got that wrong. Happy days. I think in that one he faced 1 break point, which he saved. Zhang faced 3 break points, was broken once, so nothing terrible. Second serve percentage low at 50%, but he only needed 4 of them. Really high first serve percentage. Not particularly a red flag, so I would go ahead with the pre-match assessment, which was it would go to 3, and therefore I would lay Etcheverry, which, as we can see, did work out. Just see how the second set went. Just the 1 break. gave him a 3-1 lead, and he had to save 3 break points in that one, but hung on to take the set, so the lay would have been successful. So we've made the decision that we're going to lay the set 1 winner. Just place the lay bet then. Not quite. One more decision to make. What if the loser of the first set is serving first in set 2? Now this applies more to WTA, where there's a reasonable chance she's going to get broken in the first game. So we've got a couple of options. First option is we can just wait until they've had the service game. If they hold, the price isn't going to go up too many ticks. If they get broken, we get a really good value entry at a set and a break. Or the other option is you could lay half your lay stake at the start of the set and lay the rest after she's had a service game. Personally, I usually prefer option 2, but that's entirely up to you. So hopefully some of the information in there has been of use to you. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Send me a comment to tell me why, and I'll see you on the next one. Leave. So let's break it down, let's dissect it so that we can make a better decision. Oh my fucking god. It's going to be another blooper video. Thing is, it's not as simple as some people would have you believe. So let's break it down. Break it down! Fucking arsehole. This is the trouble with having your base. You've got to get it in one go. I favoured Eubanks to win. I don't know if I thought it would go to 3. Should probably check that, shouldn't I? Bear with me. Bear with. Check it on the blog. Check it on the blog. On the blog, boy. On the blog. Shush. Shush. Don't log me out now, you knobhead. Stop it. Don't be asking for yes, thank you. When was this? 32 second round in Shanghai. Wasting video. Second round Shanghai. Let's have second round Shanghai. Okay, there we go. I'm sure I favoured Eubanks. Sure I favoured Eubanks. Oh, you little star. In 3. I'm unbelievable. Control yourself, idiot. Okay, ATP this time. So that gives an edge. No falling. Now, stop. I want to know if Echeverry's took. No, let's start this fucker again. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Just get this done. The video's done. Video's fucking done.